Welcome to Darzzr on Crater City. I'm under Crater City at the moment, and if you're paying attention to the mini-map, you'll see I'm actually under the sea, near the ship. The reason being that I had to get a few bits and pieces and sort out some stuff from my ender chest, and I spotted this light coming from under the ocean. And I've got myself a good respiration helmet now. You can see I can swim for much longer than I used to be able to, without losing air, and so it became quite practical to dive off the ship and go down there and see exactly what that was. It was a cave I'd been to before, but obviously I hadn't been there for very long because it was full of coal, so I've picked up a bit of coal, a bit of iron as well. We'll take that back to the house with us, and there I have some things to do. I've also got some other bits and pieces. I'll come to what some of this other stuff means in a minute. So we're getting very close to 1.4 now. Only a matter of a couple of, well, I think it's about a week, isn't it? It's not very long at all now. And come on, Nether. This is one thing that I'm looking forward to, speeding up the Nether loading, so we won't have this. But I'm also a little bit concerned about the path that my Nether track takes, because it goes right the way through a Nether fortress, as we've established before. Now the trouble with that is, does that mean that rather than just pigmen spawning on this track, does that mean we'll get wither skeletons as well? Because that's going to be kind of annoying, to say the least. I mean, it's a bit more than annoying. And also, does that mean I don't think it means that wither skeletons will start coming through my portal, because I don't think they can actually wander down the tunnel if the chunk isn't loaded. I think the portal will still just generate pigmen every so often, but yeah, it's annoying. I might have to reroute that tunnel. We'll see. And we will have to give serious thought to closing in these portals. That's the other thing. I'm not quite sure what I'll do on the ship, because you know, the portal is kind of a feature of the Nether-themed swimming pool, so unless I put a cover over that somehow, maybe encase the whole thing in glass, I don't know. I quite liked having it open air. Oh, I've got some slime. That's very nice. I can only assume it came from Miguel, because Miguel is the slime. Well, you know, he's a he's no slime ball. He's a nice guy. But he's been working on a slime farm, so I suspect that's where that comes from. In fact, I can ask him. He's on at the moment. Miguel, did you give me the slime balls? And we'll see. But yeah, I've got some bits and pieces to do, and I completely forgot. One of them was I was going to return some lily pads to the community store, so I can remember where they're supposed to go. Organics. Must be organics, surely. 1.4 planters. We've got some things set aside there. Reason being, I took 3 lily pads from here earlier today while I was working on something in my house, and I've now returned them, because it so happened I had 3. It just so happened I had 3 lily pads in my own store, so there you go. That's me out of debt. And the other bits and pieces, well, I've got some sticky pistons here, some levers. I'm going to have a go at making a piston doorway. I don't actually need too many slimes, actually. Don't need too many, as my ship is over a slime chunk. And pretty much every time I go down into the mines directly below the ship, there's loads of slimes there. So things have changed in this house. We've got some proper walls up on this floor anyway, and I've tried to use these windows as best we can, and you can see a little glimpse there of the main feature of this house now. Oh, my dogs did come back, by the way. I'll just show you, they did come back. There they are. Not looking in the right direction. Hey! Are you in a mood? Yeah, he's in a mood. yeah, the main feature of this house is this. Goes all the way up to the top. And there's a fountain here, which doesn't show up too much on Sortex, but you can ride up to the top. There's a nice view. And of course, every floor has a nice view of this. I've called this the Well, largely because I'm referring to the Starship Titanic, the video game written by Douglas Adams. And in the middle of that, which was a space-going cruise ship, there was a big circular sort of hole like this, the Well. And that's, you know, kind of what it reminded me of. It was much taller than this in the game. I'd have to kind of dig it right the way down to bedrock to make that work, but I kind of think Miguel's got the exclusive rights to digging holes down to the bedrock at the moment. So this is where I'm going to make my sliding door down to my ravine mines, because this is where basically I've been getting... I have got some diamonds down here, but mostly I've been getting cobble, because obviously I can then make smooth stone and stone brick out of that, but it's just been convenient to have it just here. So what I'm thinking of, these slime sticky pistons, of course, these all come from temples that I've raided, so I haven't actually had to use any of my slime balls on that. But we will... Now, what I'm trying to think what I'm actually going to use to fit in with the... there's the slime farming. Miguel slain by slime. So what I'm thinking of is using stone slabs to fit in with the rest of the floor. I've got plenty there. So... we'll do that. And then when it closes, that should just then provide a nice smooth... Oh, that's a problem. Oh no, I must have... Oh yeah, there we go. When it closes, that should then provide just a nice smooth sort of surface there. Might be worth just bringing that down. That makes it look a little bit neater. And the same here, just bring this up. Okay. I'll come back in a little bit. Oh, this will need to be an exception to the rule. We'll put that there. To wire this up, because I want to show you first what I have done on the floor above. Part of the reason before I do that, I will just show you when I have the roof on, of course. It's flat wood with the glass dome. So I kind of did a hybrid between what Fallon and Miguel suggested. So this is the other thing I've built. It's, of course, a light-operated wheat farm, just like I said before. For convenience's sake, because I couldn't find a spare... Once I'd plotted this out, I didn't have enough room to put a stack of inverters, so the inverter is basically squeezed into this false ceiling up here. So there's the wooden ceiling there is slightly lower than up here. So if we do this, it's partially worked. Ah, it's because light's coming in through the door. That's interesting. I wonder if I do it again, will that... Ah, I think I probably have to get rid of these torches here. Now, if I just bring that up, does it ever drop to 7? No, it doesn't. No, that'll do. Let's try again. Still doesn't work. Ah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Maybe I could have afforded the space for an inverter after all. It's not too big a deal anyway. I'll sort that out off camera again, you know, because it's... since this is not part of the problem, I can actually keep that there. Anyway, we'll just run through this. Pick up all the bits of wheat and seeds. I haven't actually tested the full room before now, as you might have gathered. The main reason being I wanted to wait for the stuff to grow, but at the same time I didn't want to just hang around endlessly, you know, doing nothing. Right, so the other interesting thing we can now check is what kind of yield I'm going to get from this. Now that's 1.5 stacks. It's alright, I suppose. I mean, it's 32 bread. I've put this here for excess bread and excess seeds, so that will be my backup store. And in fact, I've tidied up these this ladder as well. I've decided rather than building stairs, I'm just going to keep it out. We'll take these seeds. I'm keeping those there for breeding things. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the piston system. I've picked up some bits of redstone and obviously not enough food. But what I'm going to do is we'll open up the back here. So there we go. The whole thing. From beginning to end. I know it's not the most complicated thing in the world, but I thought it'd be interesting just to see how it was done, just to record the process of putting it in. Because often, you know, I just come on here and show you things that have already been completed. So here it is. Once it's open, you can go down into the ravine. Like that. See how much stone I've been taking out of this thing. And then when you've finished. If, for instance, there's a spider following you, or in one case, Passion, who dug himself in underneath that gravel. When we'd been over GuitarFlat's place, you can close it up. And that's the other thing about Vexy's video, where we all went over to GuitarFlat's place to see his new coin flip death machine. And you saw me arrive towards the end of that video. What you didn't see was, after Vexy had triggered off the machine, and that left very few cows left, of course the first thing that I did when I arrived was I activated the machine again, and of course it came up cows again, because I'm convinced it's broken, despite what GuitarFlat says. And that wiped out all of his cows, so he then had to spend ages tramping around trying to collect more cows to put into the machine. And he got his own back. He basically took up a little bit of floor around here. You can see there's a big hole. And he put some TNT in there with a pressure pad. So as soon as I opened the door, and he put a chest here as well. And I'll show you what was in the chest in just a second. As soon as the pressure plate went off, of course, the TNT went off. It didn't damage the house at all. It just opened that hole and dropped me into the ravine. Fortunately, I've got my new armour, so Feather Falling 4, so I didn't actually take any damage. But this is what he left inside my inside that chest. A book called Revenge and Beef, in memory of my poor cows, it says. There are a couple of villages somewhere on the map which will buy sealed books, so I'm see if I can find. That's why I've kept that, because I might be able to sell it and get a couple of emeralds. That's nice. I like having another one of those. I'm going to have to edit this out of order because there's something else I wanted to show you underneath the house. Let's... Whoa, look! Magic. Let's use this feature and go down here. And I'll see if I can find it. It's not too far away. But yeah, I broke through here. Someone did actually mention to me that this was here, but I must admit I didn't entirely believe them. Although I did hear a lot of zombies. Here we go. There you go. I've got my own zombie spawner. I haven't done anything with this yet, but... In fact, I don't know if I will, but... Yeah, it's nice to have, isn't it? So, there you go. Anyway, that's about it for this time. What was that? I was just throwing through that. I might have to do something about that arrangement of grass and tree, because so many times when I'm just turn around and look quickly, it just looks a little bit like a zombie. It must just be me. It doesn't look like anything like it when I look like it normally, but maybe it's just through the door or something. Anyway, that's how things stand right now. So, thanks very much, and I will see you again next time. Please remember to like and subscribe, just as the night magically falls.